In today's video, I'm going to give you a full beginner's tutorial to the Vitals Shopify app. This application is an amazing utility, which allows you to have so many different widgets on your Shopify store. And I'd say it's really essential if you want to succeed with Shopify and boost sales. Now, if you want to go ahead and install the Vitals app, the premier Shopify conversion app, there's going to be a link at the top of the description. Click on that, and it will give you a free trial to Vitals. Once you've clicked on the link, it should take you to a page that looks like this, and there should be an install button here or add to store. Click that, add it to your store, and then you're ready to go. So once you've added it to your store, it should look something like this. And inside of Vitals, there are so many different widgets. I'm going to try and cover as many as possible. Now, if we go to the left-hand side and click on the app section here, it's going to tell you all of the different apps that they have inside of Vitals here. And I'm going to start off with the product reviews one. This is one of the most important ones in my opinion, making it a key part of this Vitals Shopify app tutorial for beginners. Product reviews setup, the core of the Vitals Shopify app. To go ahead and actually activate the application, we're going to click Activate App, and then we have to go to our theme editor, and we have to turn it on. So click Go to Theme Editor, and then wait a few seconds, and you see a little thing here. We want to turn this on here. Go ahead and click Save, and then go back, and it should be on your store now. So, the way that this app works is that it allows you to add product reviews and also the stars to your products. To start off with, we want to go to Settings, and in the Settings tab here, we're going to have the layout and all that kind of stuff. So, we've got the layout here. Do you want it as a grid view or list view? It's really up to you. The sort order. So, do you want photos first or do you want newest first? They've got photos and text first, the verified buyers first. Then next, we have the star rating shape. So, what do you want the star rating to look like? We can just leave it this. We've got the color, the accent color, just a lot of settings here you can look into if you want. Then we've got the number of reviews before there's a Show More button. For these, you can probably just keep these at default. Now, we've got the auto-publish. So this means if someone leaves a review, will it auto-publish? You probably want to turn this off in case people leave bad reviews. So turn that off and just manually add them and accept them. We have show dates. So do you want to show the date of the reviews? And then we have the card itself. So the colors of the review card. We have the purchase icon colors, upload colors. This is the SEO bit. So this basically, if someone searches your store and types in reviews, it's going to show up on Google as reviews, and people will be able to click on that. And then here we have the formatting of it. You can just leave all of this as it is. Same with this. Now for here, we've got a dedicated page to reviews. So you can go ahead and with this one, you can just leave it like that. Or you can change it. It's up to you. This here is the reviews carousel, which you can change settings of. You've got your text cards, which I don't actually know about this one here. I think that's like some kind of slider. And then we have the banned keywords. So this bit here is kind of important. This is where you put keywords in that you want to ban in your review. So stuff like scam, you want to ban that. Or AliExpress if you're dropshipping. China, AliExpress, dropshipping. You want to put all that stuff in. So when someone types that in, their review won't go through. Now we've got the placement. And what we can do here is if we click Go to Editor, this allows us to decide where the widget is placed on our store. So if I go to like this product here, I can go ahead and I can go and add a block and go to Apps. Then I can go to this one here. Well, we've got the product review stars. So this is the star rating. So we start off with this one, click that, and I'm going to drag that underneath the text. So that means here, we're going to have the product review stars. Now, it's not showing up for me because I haven't added any yet. And then we can go ahead and add another block. Go down to Apps, and we can add product reviews. And I've added under the share button, so that should be there. But now that means that if somebody adds a review, it's going to show up there as the actual review. And then the star rating will show up here. And this should also show up on like the collection page and stuff like that. Then we got all of your wording here for the reviews. And that's basically all the settings for it. Adding and managing reviews, mastering the Vitals app, Shopify integration. So now if you want to go ahead and actually add a review, you can do it here. Press import reviews. You can either import from another app, so a different review application. You can do it from AliExpress, or you can do it from CSV. Really up to you. CSV is the best if you want to do it in bulk. I've done that a lot. Now, moderation. This is where it's going to show you reviews that are to be checked, so you can say yes or no to them. Featured. You can feature reviews. I haven't really used that though. And here's the actual import bit in a bit more detail. So you can review from these types of apps, or you can import from CSV. And there's a tutorial here of how to do that. You can also do it from AliExpress. Then you can request review. So this basically sends an email to your customers after they've purchased. So you can select how many days, depending on how fast your shipping is. We could say like 10 days, and this will basically send them an email saying, here, get a discount if you leave a review. This is a really good way to actually build up reviews from real customers. So that's basically the Reviews app, and that's one of the ones I use the most within this comprehensive Vitals Shopify app tutorial for beginners. Other Vitals apps and widgets. Advanced Shopify Sales Boosters. Now, we've got the product bundles one here. This allows you to create bundles which have basically discounts on them. Volume discounts is basically this allows you to add discounts based upon people are ordering multiple. So they might order 5 packs or something, and they'll get a discount for the amount of orders they do. Buy X and get Y. So this one here allows you to incentivize someone to get a free product, like buy one, get one free, that kind of thing. It allows you to do that. This next one here, spending goal. So this basically allows you to have this widget here, as you can see, which incentivizes people to spend more so they get some kind of discount. Next up, we have the gift. So this allows you to offer a free gift based upon the cart value or based upon adding a specific item to cart. This is quite good. So say spend $20, get yourself a free gift, and they can select the free gift that they get. Quite a good one. One-click post-purchase. So this is a really, really useful one. I'd recommend looking at this one. This one allows you to, after they've actually purchased their item, it has an upsell afterwards, which basically is one click. If they press yes, then they will get upsold, and I think it tokenizes their payment details so they don't have to enter them again. So it's a really good upsell. It's I'd very much recommend it. If you're doing a lot of orders, it will increase your AOV by a ton. Next up is the Visitor Replays app. This one here is actually pretty good. This will basically screen record what the visitors are doing on your website, and this is super useful because it allows you to see where people are clicking, what people are looking at, what makes them click off, and you can basically optimize your website and split test things based upon what they're looking at. And this has been a real good one for me that I've used in the past to help me take stores to be profitable when they're not, because you can actually see what people are looking for. So it's really good for conversion rate optimization. Sticky Add to Cart button. This is a really good one. This one allows you to add an Add to Cart button at the bottom of the page that stays there. It's sticky the whole time. And this is super useful because it allows you to, basically, wherever someone is on the page, they can just click that and it will send them straight to the cart page rather than having to scroll up and that kind of thing. It will increase your add to cart rate by a ton. Super useful. Definitely add that one. Currency converter. This one's good. This allows you to convert your currency, obviously. There is a little bit of formatting that you have to do for this to work first, but it's very simple, and you can see they've got a setup here. Next up, we've got the high dynamic checkout button. So there'll be sometimes like PayPal buttons, Apple Pay, that kind of thing. I think the reason to do this is so that you can push them through your funnel properly, so that upsells work, all that kind of stuff. Because sometimes there'll be like a PayPal button, which sometimes will bypass other things like your upsells. Cart notice here. This basically is a notice at the top of the cart page that basically says, this is a high demand order. You've only got 10 minutes to complete your order before it sells out. Or it's reserved 10 minutes. It might sell out. This adds a little bit urgency to your products, which can make people buy. It's very effective. or at least it was very effective. I don't know if I think a lot of people are used to it now, so it's not as effective. Related products. This is a really good one for adding increasing AOV on your website, especially if you have like a niche store where you have lots of products on it. This basically will add other products that people bought or people looked at the bottom of the page, and people can just go ahead, add that to cart as well. And this is a really good one. This one really works. Is a game changer for a niche store. Scroll to the top button. That's pretty self-explanatory. It will scroll to the top, which is just good. Makes it easier for customers. Product description tabs. This one is just allows you to have the different tabs. So you might have like description, size chart, shipping details, all in one bit, so they don't have to scroll the way down. They can just look at the bit there they want, and they can click on it, and it will be right there. Best sellers protection. This one is quite good if you're doing a lot of sales. Basically, it means on your collection page, it will hide the best sellers option. It can be a double-edged sword, because it stops people from, stealing your best sellers, basically. They can't see what's selling the best, but at the same time, it means your customers can't sort what best selling, and I know a lot of the time, I will. Just when I'm trying to buy something, I'll just sort a best selling, be like, okay, that's obviously the one I should buy because it's the best selling. So if you're sending people straight to a product page, it's fine to do that. This next one's similar. It's called content protection. It allows you to stop people from right-clicking on your website and copying text or images. Basic means they can't right-click at all. It's really useful because it means people can't just copy a whole website and paste it onto their own. Recent sales notifications. This is like a little pop-up in the bottom left of your screen, and it creates some social proof. It basically says, someone's purchased this product 5 minutes ago. It makes people think that your website is more popular. It's good for building trust as well, that kind of stuff. Payment logos. Now, this is a really good one. Let me see if I can open a new tab. I can't. Payment logos basically show that your website is secure, that you offer these different payment options, which is quite useful. Makes it easy to use, and it kind of adds trust as well at the same time. Now, if we scroll back down to where we were, so next we have trust badges. So this is like badges. So you might have 100% money back guarantee. You can basically add different badges with different things in them which add trust. So you might say SSL secure, 100% money back guarantee, live support, fast shipping, all of basically the good points about you that add trust. Cookie banner. This is somewhat mandatory depending on your country. Recently viewed. This allows people to see what they've recently viewed so they can go back and forth. It means that they don't have to go through the whole site. Animated add to cart button. This basically makes your add to cart button move or animate so that it kind of draws people's eyes to it and it makes them click it. The favicon cart count. So this basically up in the top where your little icon is. It will have a number there by how many items you have in your cart. The inactive tab message here. This basically will make a little message saying, come back, don't miss out, that kind of thing. Got email marketing, which is pop-ups. So if people are trying to leave, then this will make a pop-up come up say, do you want a discount? Basically. And it's triggered by if people try to go to the cross button or if people on mobile swipe too quickly. Wish list. So you can create a wish list, which is quite cool if you have a store which people regularly come back to. Auto external links. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Instant search, which is a search bar. Stock scarcity is a little bar that says only 5 left in stock. SEO, that's just better SEO for images. Countdown timer. So this is a countdown timer on the product page. You can be like, there's a sale left. It's got an hour left. Accelerated checkout. So this basically takes people straight to the checkout instead of the cart page. This will decrease the average order value because it won't take them through the process of adding upsells, that kind of thing. We take them straight to the checkout. Announcement bars. So this is the bar at the top saying, oh, you've got free shipping, that kind of stuff. Facebook pixels is a good one. Just helps you to add your Facebook pixel. Very simple. Shipping information. So details and shipping information. Agree to terms. This is a cookie consent EU consent thing. Pre-orders allows people to pre-order. Shoppable Instagram feed, so you can basically tag your products in posts and display that on the product page, which is quite cool. Ads like social proof, I guess. Push marketing. So this is, I believe push marketing is stuff like notifications on your phone. Size chart. Obvious is a size chart. Social media buttons. Obvious. Spin the wheel. So this is like a spin the wheel at the start where they can get a discount code. It helps you boost conversion rate because people think, wow, I've got a limited discount. I don't want to waste it. Quick links. I don't know what that is. Facebook Messenger. It's a chat bot, and not chat. It's like a chat window. Same with WhatsApp chat. Same with Messenger. Same with Instagram. And then back in stock is people if you have an item out stock. People put their email in or their phone number in, and when it's back in stock, they'll get a notification. So that's basically all the different apps that this has. It's very useful. And if you basically look at the way I use the first one, that's how you basically set it up. If you want me to go in depth on any of these applications and widgets, let me know down below and I'll go ahead and do that. But that's basically the video. If you enjoyed this complete Vitals Shopify app tutorial for beginners, please like and subscribe. And if you want to use Vitals, go down to the link in the description and click the link. Use it, sign up, and it helps me out as well. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.